building a great Handyman Matters team. This is a brief overview of your team's roles and responsibilities and the characteristics of the team members across the Handyman Matters system who have been most successful. Let's begin with your team coordinator. The team coordinator's main job focus includes answering the phone. When they have a great prospect on the line, they should lead that call to educate that prospect into becoming a customer. They should also understand the skill sets of each craftsman and the preferred work radius, ultimately controlling the flow of the schedule. Additional daily duties include solving customer service issues as they arise, managing inbound emails and returning phone calls. When you have hired a lead generating company, you want to make sure that your team coordinator is following up with those prospects when those come in. Managing the job review process when the craftsman completes the job. Should be keeping an eye on the weather and reordering the schedule as necessary, and monitoring craftsman time off requests and adjusting the schedule to accommodate. And of course, they will want to follow up with customers when the job is complete. We do this in writing and via phone. Some franchisees choose to have their team coordinators respond to customer online reviews, rate calls through our website dashboard, add social media posts. Some even do face-to-face networking. And the benefit to that is the more people advertising and networking for your business, the better, because different people are drawn to different types of people. So if you have two very different personalities in your office and they're both out there shaking hands and kissing babies, then you're going to reach more people in your community. Some ask them to assist with interviewing. Two people, 4 eyes and 4 ears are always better than just one set. Assisting with new hire orientations and following up on outstanding receivables to make sure your cash flow stays in check. In order for your team coordinator to be successful at their main focus, which is scheduling, they need to be able to, number one, remember. They don't have to memorize their schedule, but they should be familiar with it and able to recall enough to be able to converse about jobs without having to look it up. They need to know your area well enough to be able to guess at travel times between jobs to assist with scheduling. Be detailed with their note-taking so that the craftsman knows exactly what he is supposed to do when he gets to the job. Actively attempt to learn different task times associated with the jobs most common to your office. Getting to know your craftsmen, their skills, and their preferences. Understanding the urgency of filling up your schedule that starts with tomorrow. And be creative to help customers in the most effective way. They also need to be able to go with the flow. Scheduling changes happen every day for many different reasons. Your team coordinator should be able to think on her feet and be flexible to make things work best for tomorrow and then work out the rest of the week after that. Your team coordinator is recommended to have strong administrative skills. The best practice is not only to have customer service skills, but also inside sales experience and be able to handle the paperwork side of the business. Most franchisees have them follow up on that paperwork after each job, making sure everything is complete. They strong communication skills through handwritten thank you notes and collecting via phone, as well as following up on jobs as they near warranty expirations via the phone. Good written communication and phone skills are obviously best. So what are some personal and professional qualities of successful team coordinators throughout the Handyman Matters system? Customer service and administrative experience, inside sales experience, a desire to learn. If they're detail-driven and organized, they'll be great at multitasking. And they need to be pretty good at multitasking because that phone is going to ring with a potential customer on the other end at about the same time she's in the middle of another project. The team coordinator should also be a good problem solver. If they have a helper personality and an empathetic spirit, that helps a great deal. Some of our best team coordinators in the system call themselves the mama bear. They take care of their customers and they take care of their craftsmen. Being respectful of you, your customers, and your craftsmen, as well as being respectable, because your craftsmen should look up to this person as a team leader of your organization. Be wonderful if the person felt ownership in your business and realized that what they do every day builds your business and keeps her craftsmen employed. And also, self-motivated. You should not have to micromanage your team coordinator. They should also have excellent phone presence, which may include being friendly and outgoing, energetic, courteous, and a good listener. They should come across as confident, happy, relaxed, and good at their jobs, resourceful and helpful, and of course respectful of the customer and passionate about what they do. So now let's discuss our craftsmen. The craftsman's main job focus includes calling the customer the evening before, showing up on time or early, interacting with the Dispatch.me app, listening, understanding what the customer wants, needs, and what the true full scope of the job is, completing the work in an efficient manner but with excellence, communicating with the customer. They are expected to collect payment on your behalf and then turn in the documentation associated with that job, which might be receipts and a payment, within a reasonable time period. For our craftsmen, communication really is key. Our customers are paying for more than just a repair. They're paying for an experience. And our craftsmen must be able to communicate well with the customer when on site in their home, letting them know what projects, what order the projects will be done in, when they'll go to the store, will they take a break, what time they expect to finish, as well as being courteous and asking permission before placing a yard sign or doing before and after pictures. The more a craftsman communicates with a customer, the more at ease she will be, and the more confident she will be that Handyman Matters is trustworthy. She experiences the value when she's communicated with. So what are some personal and professional qualities of successful craftsmen throughout our system? They're honest, they're good communicators, they're coachable, they're dependable, and of course they're respectful of you and your team coordinator and your customers. They're good problem solvers, as they should be if they've been in this business for a while. It's wonderful if they also have a helper personality and a servant heart. If they're organized, that is fantastic, but don't expect every craftsman to be that way. They may not have a perfect toolbox, but they can still be a great craftsman. They should be self-motivated. They're not checking in every day at the office and punching a time clock, so you should not have to micromanage them. They should be able to get to their first job on their own every morning. Of course, customer service oriented and kind. If they've got good follow-through, that's exceptional because we need to make sure we get that paperwork back in a timely manner for cash flow purposes. They don't have to be incredibly tech-savvy, but if they use a smartphone and are familiar with how to use apps on a regular basis, that's a plus because the Dispatch.me field app is essential to running your business, and your craftsmen will have to use that multiple times every day. And then, of course, they should have experience in the industry. They should also have excellent phone and on-site presence because they're going to be making those night before calls. Of course, they're going to be interacting with your customers in person. So what does that look like? They're friendly and knowledgeable, of course, courteous and a good listener. We want them to be able to communicate well verbally, confident. When they come across as confident, that gives the customer confidence in their work. Of course, resourceful and helpful to the customer in order to solve their problems in the best way possible. Respectful of not only the customer, but the customer's home and belongings, and maybe even her children and her pets. We would like our craftsmen to be able to increase the scope of work when they're on the job. That includes being able to communicate with the customer without being insulting about their home. Instead, they're curious and helpful. I see that you've got a doorknob loose here, Mrs. Smith. Let me go ahead and take care of that while I'm here. Of course, they should be punctual because being on time is part of what we do, and then efficient and deliver excellent results. So our job posting partner is going to assist you with excellent position opening ads. But the best practices presented in this short webinar should help you as you begin the recruiting process. You may want to keep these key attributes in mind when you're reviewing resumes, interviewing candidates, and speaking to references. We hope that what we've presented here will help you in building a great handyman